Welcome to Signs Unscripted. I'm Robin Donovan, Signs of the Times editor-in-chief, and with me today is...
Mark Kissling, managing editor for Signs of the Times, coming to you from my home office in Cincinnati.
Right. We're both working out of home offices like so many people are today. And Mark, I was hoping you would join me today to talk about our upcoming contest.
Happy to do it.
So, what's the deal?
Well, the Signs of the Times contest is something that has been run for more than 40 years, and there's a long history and tradition of this contest. We've recently made some changes starting last year to create divisions of the size of sign companies so that they could compete against each other. It was maybe difficult in the past for a smaller shop to compete against larger companies that were doing million-dollar signs for huge clients.
Right. And I think one of the things I remember was that some of the signs in the past, it wasn't really clear if they were designed by the sign company or not. And that's something that you've addressed this year and last year too.
Right. Starting last year and continuing this year, we have categories of entry for signs that were designed by an outside or third-party agency like a design firm and then fabricated by the sign company.
So what would be your tips for companies that want to apply? Well, let's first say, how can people apply? Where do they go? What do they do?
Well, we have a form that you can get to by going to signsofthetimes.com, and there's a news story there. It's signsofthetimes.com/2020 Signshop Competition Open, if you can remember that. That will get you to the form for entry. And I would say the most important thing regarding entry is that the quality of the photos really determine how good a sign looks to the judges and really to the readers of Signs of the Times. I say in my advice to companies that are entering, an excellent photo of an average sign looks better than an average photo of an excellent sign. So we would really rather the entries involve excellent photos of excellent signs.
Right. Yeah, and if folks are needing assistance on figuring out how to take a great photo, I know that our senior art director, Jeff Rust, in his Design Matters column has covered that a number of times. So you can go ahead and check that out on signsofthetimes.com as well. Plus, I know that we'll be posting a lot of this on our social media. So if you're not following us yet on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, what have you, we've got all sorts of tips and tricks that we're going to be sharing. And you can even go and look at old contest winners. So, Mark, what do you think it is that, what would you tell someone if they have a bunch of different things, they don't want to enter everything? Is there any particular advice that you would give outside of, have a good photo? Let's assume everyone's going to have a great photo.
Right. Well, yeah, in the past, we used to allow a great number of entries to any one particular category. And it seemed to me to be a little off to have companies send in, say, 10 or 12 signs of the same kind of thing, So we do limit the entries to 3 per category. So, for example, best sign shop designed and fabricated sign illuminated. You can submit 3 of those, and this was a way of trying to compel sign companies to pick, the 3 best instead of sending us 10 or 12 in that kind of category.
Yeah, because also, even if you send 12 for the same category, if you were to win, you can only win once. So in my mind, if you only do one type of signage or you're really specialized, okay. But if you do different types, you might as well put one in each category if you can, because that seems like a better chance of winning.
Yes, we had a number of companies do that last year. They seem to be following the new rules a little bit, and it really helped to improve the overall quality of the submissions that we were getting, because once again, a company that's sending us their 3 best of one kind of sign instead of 10 best.
Right. So how much does it cost to enter?
The cost to enter is $10 per entry. There are a maximum of 12 entries allowed. Once you are entering between 8 and 12 projects, the cost maxes out at $75. So if you're entering 5 projects, it would be $50. But if you're entering 12, it would be only $75.
It's not like we're over here making some grand profit on the contest, right? Like there's some desire to make it so that people don't submit, just anything and everything. But really, once you've submitted and once you've paid that $75, you really could do quite a number of submissions. So, Mark, I know that you're involved not only with the contest, but you also are the person putting together a number of different columns for the magazine. So for sign companies listening who might want to be featured in the magazine, what are other opportunities? Like say you enter the contest, but you don't win, and so your project isn't necessarily featured that month. What are other ways that you could, take advantage of being a subscriber or being connected to Signs of the Times?
Well, that's a great question. First of all, just contact us. At the top of every column, for example, I write the monthly vehicles and vinyl column about vehicle wraps, and my email is under my picture there on the first page of the column every single month. Once in a while, I do put a solicitation in the column asking for companies to go ahead and send me their projects, hoping to get published. One other benefit of the entering the competition, even if you don't win, is a way of alerting us to particular projects. And we have in the past published a great many projects that were submitted to contests but didn't win. So even if you don't win, place, or show in a particular category that you're entering, your project still might wind up being in vehicles and vinyl or a feature article of some kind.
Yeah, definitely. And so it's almost a way of just letting us know that you're out there too by entering. And you don't even have to enter, as Mark said. You can email us, and all of our email addresses are just firstname.lastname@stmediagroup.com. They're in the magazine. If you go to the masthead, they're on. All of our email addresses are under our names. They're online. You can Google them. Goodness knows we get tons and tons of spam emails, so we'd be very happy to get email from sign companies for almost any reason. So
definitely,
that's one thing that's good to know. So, Mark, how's working from home going for you? It's kind of a brave new world.
Well, we were a little bit used to it because our company did allow a once-a-week work from home prior to the pandemic. Luckily, I was all set up here to be able to work from home permanently once the pandemic rules were in effect. I do miss going into the office. I try to keep my work and home life separated by being in 2 different places, and now being at the same place, it seems like I never really leave my work. But I have to say there are also other advantages. I'm certainly eating considerably less fast food for lunch. None, in fact. So that maybe that's making me a little bit more healthy. And there's no commuting or anything like that. So no frustration in traffic, using gas, contributing to climate change, that kind of thing. So, I'm getting used to it, although I am looking forward to the opportunity to return to the office again. I prefer most of the time the company and camaraderie of my coworkers.
Cool. So last question, Mark, and it's a really important one. What is your fast food lunch of choice?
Oh, probably 2 cheese conies with onions from Skyline Chili.
Spoken like a true Cincinnatian.
That's right. So
That's
if you're not
awesome.
from Cincinnati or haven't been here or around, maybe you don't know about that, but it's basically like a coney style dog with chili on it that was originally, I guess, invented in Coney Island, New York. And Cincinnati chili is different from most kinds of chili. Not everybody's cup of tea, but I like it a lot and sure do miss it.
Yeah. True story. You can buy Skyline chili in cans from Walmart. Like you can buy it online. Amazon sometimes has it. I bought it once to show friends in Portland. So we had a Skyline night. So, yeah, if you're hungry and you want to try Mark's favorite lunch, boom, there you go. Mark, thanks so much for coming on the show. It was really fun to talk about the contest with you.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.